congratulations. That was a fairly special performance here at the Winter Gardens from 2-0 down, turned on the style. Just sum it up for us.
Yeah, like I've said in my previous interviews, my results the last couple of months have not been great, and that's just due to the effort that I've been putting into my game, basically. Obviously, the start of the season, I started really well, I was smashing it. And my efforts just sort of tailed off a little bit. Obviously, I had 4 weeks off recently, and I just sort of enjoyed my time with the kids rather than being on the board. Sort of last couple of weeks, 10 days, I've been trying to put a bit more effort in. Me and Gary have been here the last couple of days practicing, as you know. I feel like the second day we were here, something sort of clicked for me a little bit. And the way I was practicing before my game tonight, I felt like I was going to hit a 9 dart, or at least one. They were going in that nice, just 180 after 180. Scoring wasn't quite there tonight, but obviously the finishing was really good, and that's all that counts, really.
You touched on the combination finishing there. At one point, it felt like us watching, you couldn't miss. Did it feel like that when you were up there?
Yeah, it did. A couple of the balls I finishes, because I can't see very well. When I let them go, they sort of feel good, but I don't really know they're in until the caller calls them. So yeah, it's nice. Obviously, the 167 was big because I don't know what he was on, but it was low, and the 142 as well. He gave it big. Did he hit 171 or something and leave 42 or something really low? And I took out the 142. Yeah, that was kind of gearing me up a little bit to hit the big finishes when he was giving it the big ones. So it's nice when they go in.
Does it fire you up when people give it the big one?
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love it. That just sort of fires me up to take it out. Like obviously when Rob Cross turned down the bullseye and left the 170 yesterday when Jan took it out. I like that sort of challenge.
You said that you've enjoyed time off the ball. Can you enjoy that time perhaps too much?
Oh, you can, yeah, and it shows in my performances. I've not played well, and I'm the first person to hold my hands up with that. And it's not like I've lost how to play darts. It's just because I've not been putting the effort in. It's as simple as that. And I need to now just keep the effort going all the way to the end of the season.
Right, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Ryan, you talk about the effort you've been putting in, or in some cases maybe the lack of effort. I mean, does that sort of reset the expectations for tournaments like this when you come in?
A little bit. I just knew over the last couple of days that just on the practice board I was throwing well, and I felt like tonight I felt really good. Can I go on and win the tournament? Possibly. But I'm going to need to continue playing how I played tonight and up my scoring, and if I can get my scoring and my finishing together at the same time, then it's going to take something really good to stop me.
Describe those practice sessions with Gary. What have they been like?
I can describe them as he's better at darts than me. That's as simple as that's about as simple as I can describe it, really. Gary, for someone that everyone thinks he's lying when he says that he doesn't touch his darts for weeks on end. He literally doesn't. I've been to his house after Euro tours, and he'll have to go in his car and get his darts out of his car because that's where they've been since he's been back from the airport. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And he's obviously unreal. The last couple of days we've been practicing. Just the scoring he's got, and even his finishing is unreal as well. So I'm expecting big things from him as well. I'd love me and him to be in the quarter final.
Obviously, the putting the darts down and the 4 weeks off doesn't work for you. Is it?
No. I wish I was that talented as him. You know what I mean? That'd be really nice.
Cheers, Ryan.
Ryan, there seems to always be a group of players in darts where people say they will win a major one day. Do you put yourself in that group?
I do. Just sometimes I'm just a little bit lazy at times. I'm not overly driven by success and money and everything like that. So I'm privileged to be in a comfortable position financially and stuff like that. So it's something mentally that I need to work on to get over the line in tournaments and stuff like that. But it's somewhere where in the future I want to be.
So after the match play, then, I mean, at the end of the year you get a lot of match practice anyway. There's so many majors, but there's a bit of a gap now between match play and World Grand Prix. So how do you sort of keep that motivation going and making sure that you are ready for that back end?
Yeah, well, that's something me and Gary need to sort of get together and keep each other on the board really, because obviously there's a little gap after this. I think we've got some Pro Tours and then there's 3 or 4 weeks off because of the World Series in Australia and New Zealand. So me and Gary will try and get together. My friend Scott, he normally comes and marks for us, but he's just been picked to play for Devon County, so he's sort of binned us off marking wise. So I need to sort of get him back on the chalkboard. So hopefully he sees this.
We know that so many big names in this tournament, Anderson, Van Littler, but performances we've seen from you, we're talking 110 averages. Do you think your A game is arguably one of the best in the very, very world of darts?
I think so, yeah. Obviously, there's not many people that have averaged 117 and up around that. But it's just being able to do that. You're not obviously going to do that every game, but it's just being able to play well consistently, which I'm not going to say I've struggled with, because obviously on the Pro Tour, I play well, a lot of the time. It's just when it comes to TV games, sometimes I find it a bit difficult. Whereas the Pro Tour, obviously you're playing game after game in the same day. This year, Euro Tour wise, I've always struggled on Euro Tours. Not that don't think I've made it past the quarterfinal of Euro Tour, but this season. But I wasn't even making very many quarterfinals last season. I sometimes struggle with when it comes. You make a quarterfinal, you could be playing at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're not playing again then till 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. And I sort of struggle with that big gap and knowing what to do with myself and how to keep that sort of adrenaline up, or just getting back to that same sort of feeling. So that's something I need to work on. But yeah, as far as this tournament goes, I've played well tonight and I feel like I can do some damage.
Cheers, Ryan. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Okay. Brilliant.
Ryan,
Cool.
Congratulations on the win tonight. Obviously, the 167 checkout at the start of the game was a big turning point in the match. What was going through your mind when that bullseye was hit?
Not a lot. I was just sort of waiting for the call after I let it go, and then nice little cheer, and that's in, lovely. But yeah, I feel like I was feeling confident, and when I've hit a big finish, I'm sort of nodding my head as if to say, yeah, that's good. I feel like my opponents are in a bit of trouble, and it's something that I'm looking to continue.
And obviously last year was the first time you got a win on the Blackpool stage. How important was it that getting that first win over the line and coming into this tournament?
Yeah, that was obviously big, but the year before that I lost to Dirk in the first game and I had lost with 101 average. And you look down through the draw and people are winning with 92, 93, and it's something you kind of don't really want to look at, but you do. So obviously it's a venue that I feel good at, and I look forward to my next game. Cheers, mate.
Okay, hold on, just one more from Ryan then.
Yep.
Just a lot of media attention these days, people like Luke Littler coming through. Do you feel almost that flying under the radar in a sense could help you, because there won't be as much scrutiny even if you're playing as well as you are? Yeah.
Obviously Luke Littler gets all the attention, and I think it's well deserved. He's a phenomenal talent for his age, and obviously I'm just one of the older guys that just tries to sneak under the radar and just do as best as I can. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.